Hey guys, Jim Chester here, Focus Anniversary, year number 9. I have Dr. Ryan Rieder here with me. He just lit the stage up at 9 a.m. If you guys weren't in your seats, you missed out, but we're going to unpack his talk just a little bit so you guys can see some of the things that he discussed up there on stage. First things first, let's say some nice things for Tim Young and his crew.
Well, listen, I don't even think, it's when it's so congruent when we talk about this event. I can honestly say, I said it from stage this morning, there's a special feeling in this room. And I know it sounds cheesy, it sounds corny, but it's just, there's love. There's love. There's like lack of judgment. There's all those things in the room. What Tim's done really well is he's created a safe zone, a safe space for you to come express yourself, to come be and listen, and it's just been a wonderful experience. I've had the most amazing time. Tim knows this. It's probably right now, sitting here, second day in the morning, my favorite event I've ever been to. I really mean that. I really mean that.
So obviously you don't have an Oklahoma accent.
No,
Where are you from, mate?
Hey, this is a South African / British accent. So if you can't understand me, it's not your fault. It's totally my fault. Originally from South Africa, and now I live in the United Kingdom. I always say this because everyone saw the big wedding. I live in the same place where the wedding was, the royal wedding, in Windsor, a beautiful place in Windsor. So that's where I'm from, that's where my offices are from, and I've made it all the way here. The only thing about Oklahoma, it's possibly the hardest place to get to in the world from Heathrow, but it was worth it. It was worth it. Yeah.
So this is a question I didn't prepare you for, but university experience. Where did you go, and how did it prepare you as a chiropractor?
Oh, this is going to be a rough answer. I went to university in South Africa, and it did nothing to prepare me for being a real chiropractor, because I always say I had to unlearn everything I learned. But that's to say it in jest. I mean, obviously there's the foundations that I learned, and those processes, and everything happens for a reason. Maybe if I hadn't been through those, if I haven't had that experience of non-vitalistic chiropractic, maybe I wouldn't have been as hungry as I was to find it. So everything happens for a reason, but it certainly didn't prepare me to be a chiropractor.
No. And that's the reason I asked you that question, is because I knew that there was a bit of certainty where you are today that you might not have had before.
Oh my word, I had none. And if you're watching this right now, I'm going to tell you now, it's a journey, And I spoke about it in my talk a little bit. Determination comes first, then certainty. So we're all on this path for certainty, and I can't say this enough. This is why you got to be at events like this, because you'll never know the impact it has on your life to spend time with people like Tim Young and the people on the stage, and people like you, and people that are sharing the message. You could never quantify how it changes your life to be in this room. And we are all forever changed just being in this room this weekend. So you've got to show up to these events, because if you want a busier practice, if you want to serve more people, it starts here. Start showing up.
And as you guys can see, this place is buzzing. They had about 500 heads in that room when you were speaking at 9 a.m. There was not an open seat.
No, it was packed. The energy was awesome, and we just had an awesome time. I really can say this: we had fun. We had fun on stage, and we had fun with everyone.
So, how long have you been in the chiropractic space?
Yeah, so it's coming on 10 years now. But really, we built our offices. Really, in 5 years, we went from 1 office to 8 offices. Really, so in that way, I was an associate first. I went out into practice, and I've been practicing first before I set up. So in the chiropractic space for over 10 years now. So
anybody that's out there watching, and they might be hitting their head against the wall because they don't know what to do or where to go or what system to plug into. Give some people some advice, man.
Yeah, listen, first advice I'm going to tell you is you don't get to have the success without the knocking your head on the wall. It's part and parcel of it. And the good news, there's good news and bad news. The good news is you'll have breakthroughs if you stay in the heat. The bad news is you get to another level and you hit your head again. And then you've got to do something different. Everyone wants change without the change. So you've got to be prepared to reinvent yourself, because you're a different human being. Like, even focus. You can say you're a different human being every time you come, and you're open to more experiences every time you come. So you've got to keep showing up. So if all I'm going to say now, my only piece of advice is, and I truly believe this, is I always say I don't have more of anything than I'm not more talented or anything, but I'm pretty good at out showing up people.
So with that being said, Ryan, what have you been able to make an impact with as this 10-year journey's happened? I know that you've opened these clinics up, but what have you seen for the personal development of your team?
I spoke about it from stage a little bit, I think I think chiropractic's a beautiful thing. I think we talk this. I think we talk the truth. So then, when you expose it's really easy. If you're leading a team now in any way, shape, or form, CAs, anything. And I was supposed to say this from the stage, and I forgot. But one of the things was one of my proudest achievements in the chiropractic is that we are close to having our 10th CA. Our 10th CA go on to become a chiropractor in some way, shape, or form. They spend time with us. They've gone to study, and that's like, if you expose people to the truth, it just makes sense, and then they'll find their own way. You don't have to shove it down their throats. I promise you right now, you expose them to the truth, which is chiropractic, and the truth will set you free. That's what you got to do.
Time after time. The truth will always set you free. And one of the things about chiropractic is the innate. Yep. The innate intelligence, the vertebral subluxation, keeping this language strong in the profession is primary to the future of chiropractic. Now, this is year number 9 here, guys. This is the 9th year of Focus OKC. And next year it's the 10th year.
If you haven't got tickets already, there's no way it's 10th year, there's no way it's not going to sell out. There's no way it's not going to sell out. So if you haven't got tickets already, you've got to get tickets. I promise you now, if you're watching this, if you ever watch this, and you bump into me in the hallway, I'm going to mark my words, and you come to Focus next year, you will give me a hug, and you'll say, it's the best thing I've ever been to. And mark my words, you'll come to me, you'll be like, wow, I've never experienced an energy like that, like a love in the room like that. So that's a big statement, but I promise you right now, I really mean that when I say specifically with the context of the room, it's a safe environment to express yourself, to be vulnerable actually, because that's what I found for this conference more than anything. You've got to be here.
Yeah, so anybody that didn't make it to Focus number 9, which this is the 9th year anniversary, please punch your passport or buy your ticket for year number 10, which is going to be on the same weekend in the sweltering heat of Oklahoma City.
Oh my word. It is hot here. It was hot. It was 42 degrees. I come from South Africa. I've never felt heat like that. And that's metaphorically and outside. So it was a good day.
Well, Dr. Ryan, thank you for being with me today on the Chiro Hustle live stream. Thank you for Tim Young and his team for believing in me, allowing me and Luke to be here, sharing the secret of outside the 4 walls of chiropractic, outside the 4 walls of Focus. We are hustling the Focus OKC 2018. Dr. Ryan.
Thank you very much.
Love you, man.
You,
I'm going to close out by saying you're just one story away. Keep hustling.
See you guys.